All right, so let's talk about the plan here, right? The plan while you're on vacation. Guys, it is so simple. I'm going to summarize it here in just a couple minutes. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, okay, Brian, you gave me all the mindset and everything like that. Now I just want the plan. Here's the thing, if I just gave you the plan and all you did was watch the plan, right? What ends up happening is because you don't have the mindset, you don't know what you're prepared for, and you don't know why the plan is the way that it is, then you don't inevitably execute. And then because you don't inevitably execute, you get into a shame and guilt cycle, which is why I told you that's what we want to avoid. So we're going to talk about our plan while on vacation. So video number 4 is our plan while we're on vacation. Number 1, okay, we're going to keep our morning routine. Okay, so you're still going to work out in the AM. You're still going to get your steps in. You're still going to hydrate. And you're still going to take care of the brain. What does that mean? Right? This could be journaling, meditation, right? If we haven't talked about that as part of your habit structure, you could just add it in because of this video now, right? But you're still going to keep your morning routine because the way you start your day on vacation is going to be the energy that you carry through for the remainder of vacation. Okay, and because it works so well at home doesn't mean that it doesn't work in Hawaii or Spain or anywhere along those lines. Can you tell I've only been to a couple places here, right? Now, let's talk about step number 2. You're going to be keto for breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm sorry, not dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Okay. You're going to strictly eat and keep yourself very regimented for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to protein, meat, eggs, veg, fruit. That's it. Here's why. Guys, dieting is a very simple process. Okay. On one side, we have our ability to track, right? Like when we're at home and we're cooking our own meals, and that ultimately leads to a ton of flexibility. Because if I know that, like, hey, if I just have a quarter of this, it's only 80 calories, so I can just have half of a bar of this or whatever, because you can track and you know that it fits your macros scientifically. Because you're tracking, you know that it fits. You have that ultimate flexibility. Over here, right, on this side, we are out of control and we can't track. Well, that's what happens when we're on vacation. We're not in the kitchen. We're not bringing a food scale places, right? So we have to be restrictive. So dieting is a spectrum. I don't know why people talk about ketogenesis diets as a lifestyle. In my opinion, it's an amazing tool for the tool belt. It's an amazing strategy. But realistically, you don't need to be keto all the time. You just need to be keto for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, right? And then at dinner, what ends up happening at dinner, right? Enjoy the carbs, still get some protein in there, right? And then feel free to have dessert. So if you want to get ice cream after dinner, hey, fucking more power to you, right? Because you were disciplined. And that goes back into this. The work instills the worth. This down here, this dinner is going to taste a whole lot better and it's going to be a whole lot more rewarding and it's going to release a lot more dopamine into your brain if you when you actually implement these things up here and you are restricted for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, right? Because the killer is snacks. The killer is the 1,000-calorie breakfast, right? That doesn't leave us feeling full, and then we eat 2 hours later. Most guys even skip lunch during a vacation, right? Strategy number 3, okay? You're going to limit alcohol. Yes, you're going to limit alcohol to 2 drinks a day max. Now, you're going to want this to be clear. Liquor. Beer will fuck you up, man. I'm telling you, dude. They're like 150 to 350 calories a beer. and you have 2 or 3 of those, and that's half your day. So you do not want to have beer. You want to have clear liquor, right? So vodka, tequila, and then get 0-calorie mixers, diet sodas, tonic water, seltzer water, whatever it is. I don't really care. But limit yourself. You gotta have some restriction here. Alcohol is a killer of the metabolism, and it's a ton of calories that do absolutely nothing for you. And I will actually challenge you that you should learn how to enjoy spending time with your family without having to drink. All right, let's talk about strategy number 4. Okay, this is a mental model to stick to your workouts. Ready? I always look at a vacation workout equals 2x home. What do I mean by that, right? It's worth mentally 2 times more for me to work out on vacation than when I do at home. When I'm at home, it's expected. When I'm on vacation, you'll notice that the gyms are always empty. Guys aren't staying disciplined. It's worth twice as much. It will also tell your wife that you're serious. It will also tell your kids that you're serious. And when you start making different changes, those moments where they're when they see you coming back from the gym before they even got up, they're gonna be like, damn, my dad is fucking disciplined. It will matter more on those vacations than it will when you're at home. Because your kids are going to slack, your wife's going to slack, right? Like they're all going to be in vacation mode, but you're going to stay in beast mode. You're going to dial in. You're still going to hit your workouts, and it's worth 2 times. Is it actually? No, not even a little bit. But mentally, the mental model to get yourself to stay committed to it, it's worth twice as much because it will mean twice as much to the people that you love the most. And then last but not least, okay, with zero drift, there is zero guilt, which equals 100% presence, which is what a vacation is all about. 100% presence. We want to be the most present, the most impactful, the best father that we can be. When you follow through on this plan, okay, when you do the work, you live by the principles. We use keto as a strategy. Discipline equals freedom. The work instills the worth, right? The work instills the worth. Wherever I go, there I am. And we implement this strategy over here. What's going to end up happening is your diet, your food, your nutrition, your workouts, you will have zero drift off the plan. You will have zero guilt because you're not drifting off the plan. Thus, you will have 100% presence with your family. And you can finally be the father, right, to your little ones that I know you've always wanted to be. And they're going to look up at you a whole lot more and a whole lot differently because you're going to execute while you're on vacation. You're going to execute while you're on your work trips. You're going to execute while you're traveling. But that's the game plan. That's what you need to do. It's not that hard. It's really not that, it really is that simple, right? We operate with the mental model that workouts are worth 2 times as much. With zero drift and zero guilt, there's 100% presence. We limit our alcohol consumption. We track because we can't track, we restrict our food and we keep our carbs for dessert. And then ultimately we keep our morning routine and we keep our disciplines. That's all you need to do. If you do that and you execute on that, you will come back home in momentum. You will come back home not feeling like you have to get back on track, and you will come back home with your kids and your wife looking at you totally differently. It was a game changer when me and my wife went on a 10-day vacation and I worked out all 10 days. I did not eat a carbohydrate until dinner time, which I still had fun with them. When she wanted to go off and get cinnamon buns and stuff like that, I was like, hey, I'm happy you can go get them, and I'll come with you and I'll spend the time with you, but it's just not what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to save my carbs for dessert. I'm telling you, my wife looked at me totally differently. She fell so much more in love with me, and the level of trust that I built with her skyrocketed because she knew that not even she could sway me off my disciplines. Because of that, it actually built even more certainty into our relationship where she trusts me now more than ever. So execute on the plan. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your coach, but I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.